Okay, so you know teachers aren't at school anymore because you guys aren't at school anymore, and we really, really miss you. And we're coming up with ways to like help you remember skills and maybe even teach you some new skills. And Miss Kristen from ESP asked me if I would teach you guys something about books because that's my job. So I am at home and I don't have any of my good school books. So I thought I'd look around and see if I could find something that maybe you guys haven't seen before, haven't read before. So I'm gonna go look around the house and see if I can find something. You ready? You gonna go with me? Okay, hold on. No, too old, too long. Ooh, those would be good in the library. Nope, my son doesn't have anything. Magazines, old lunchbox. Well, no, nothing to read. Let's go look in the attic. Ooh, it's dark in here. Let's see. Let's turn on the light. Ooh, there's the light. Oh, look at all those books. Oh man, there's so many. Let's see, what's in here? Oh, that's not books. Those are envelopes. Oh man, I thought my books were up here. Wait, that says library. Hold on. Hold on, let's rip it open. Let's see. It does say library. Let's see. Oh. Put this in. Do it. Please be books. Please be books. Oh, no? What is this? It says, oh, nope. School boxes. Oh, it's the girls' pass. Not my old school. No books, though. Man. Oop, gotta turn the light off. Ow, that's hot. Back to my son's room. Oh, I don't know. I'll keep him in my husband's office. He's got tons of books. But, man, he's in the music business, and almost everything stashed in his office is all like, look at that. There are the Judds. There's some Johnny Cash. Ooh, Cher. Joan Baez. There's Joan Statler Brothers. They're so long. Pretty interesting stuff, though, but not. Oh, wait, there's Diana Ross. Nope. Not what I'm looking for. Keep looking. Okay, so we're in my daughter's room. Can you guess what her favorite animal is? Okay, but we're looking for books. Books you have not read before. Books that are short enough. There's some chapter books. Let's see, so many books. She has so many. Oh, we have those in the library. So many books. Let's see. Those are really thick. So many books. Oh, Doctor Who. All the Doctor Who characters. There they are. But all we have are chapters. So many chapters. Oh, wait. Oh, Atlas of the Universe. Fascinating, but a little too long. Nothing in here. Nothing you haven't read that I could read to you in a small amount of time and find a problem and a solution. Ooh, okay. Oh man, I've looked everywhere. All over the house. I know I have some books here that you guys haven't read before. Maybe under my son's bed. He doesn't live here anymore, so we kind of use his room for storage. I'm going to go look under his bed and see if there's anything there. I think there is. Hold on. Here we are, under the bed. Let's see. There's the box. Oh, it's dark under there. Wait, there's a box. Oh, look at this box, man. Look at this old and dirty. It's been in there a really long time. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. This is that box of books I was looking for. It is chapter books. That would take too long. Oh, that's a good one. That's a chapter, though. Oh, look. We had this at school. I know you've read that before. Ooh, that one looks really old. That one. Look at that. That book only cost 45 cents. I wonder how old this one is. The Man Who Didn't Wash His Dishes. I would bet $1 million you guys have never heard this book before. Let's see how old it is. This one's Scholastic. Look for the copyright date. Will you look at that? That says copyright 1950. Do the math in your head really fast. How old is this book? I'll be right back. You can tell me then. Okay, so we're just going to hang out in my son's room because this is where we found the book that solved my problem. My problem was I needed a book, but I couldn't get in school because we're not in school, and I didn't have any books that you hadn't read before or that weren't too long or too old for you. So I remembered that box of books that my friend Becky gave me, and inside was this book, The Man Who Didn't Wash His Dishes. I think it's going to work out perfectly. Let's read it and find out. All right, so here we go with The Man Who Didn't Wash His Dishes. Now I'm using this book with permission from Scholastic Book Company. It was written by Phyllis Krasilovsky and illustrated by Barbara Cooney. Let's find out what the problem is here. I know you've never heard it before because that copyright date says this book was written in 1950. Did you do the math? That, my little sweet potatoes, was 70 years ago. 1950 to 2000 was 50. Now we're in 2020. So 50 plus 20. It was 70 years ago. So I know for certain you have never heard this story. I solved my problem. I found a book that's short enough and one that you have never heard before. All right, you ready? Let me see if I can adjust so you can see the whole story. There once was a man who lived all alone in a little house on the edge of a town. He didn't have any wife or children, so he always cooked his own supper, cleaned the house by himself, and made his own bed. There he is. Look at those illustrations. They even look old. Ready? One night, he came home. Look at that old-fashioned kitchen. Dang. He came home hungrier than usual, so he made himself a big, big supper. There he is. That looks like salad. Oil and vinegar. Look at slicing some garlic and some cucumbers. Look at that old-fashioned sink right there. Even the illustrations can tell you how old it is. Still don't know what his problem is. It was a very good supper. He liked to cook and could make good things to eat. But there was so much of it that he grew very, very tired by the time he'd finished. He just sat back in his chair, as full as he could be, and decided he'd leave the dishes in the sink till the next night, and then he would wash them all at once. Look at that guy. Well, he looks like he ate about half that ham. The salad's all gone. Look, the salad bowl is now empty. The cat looks still, like she might still be hungry. Hey, look, he even ate, look at that, like a third of a pie. If you cut that pie again right there, there'd be 2/3 left and 1/3 is gone. That's a lot of supper for one person. No wonder he's tired. Whew. But the next night, oh, look at this guy. The next night, he was twice as hungry. So he cooked twice as big a supper and took twice as long to eat it and was twice as tired by the time he'd finished. Do you know why I kept saying the word twice so loudly? Look at that. the word twice is always in capital letters. They want you to notice it and to say it really loudly. So it took him twice as long because he was twice as hungry and then he was twice as tired. Guess what he did? He left those dishes in the sink too. Oh, I'm beginning to see his problem. Well, as the days went by, he got hungrier and hungrier and more tired, and so he never washed his dishes. After a while, there were so many, there's that word in capital letters, dirty dishes, that they didn't all fit in the sink. So he began to pile them on the table. I am beginning to see a problem here. Wonder what he's going to do about it. He's not going to solve it right now on this page. Look at that. Whew. Soon the table was so full that he began to put them on his bookshelves. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, the radio. And when they were full, he put them just everywhere he could find an empty place. Ooh, the cat's even looking a little suspicious of that. Oh my goodness, look at his house. It's even in front of the door, in the sink, on the floor, under the table. Oh! Soon he had them piled on the floor too. In fact, the floor got to be so full of dishes. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, you can see the cat from the inside looking out, and now you can see the cat from the outside. And he's trying to open his door. Uh-oh. The floor got to be so full of dishes that he had a hard time getting into his house that night. They were even piled against the door. I see his problem. Then one night, he looked in his closet and found that there wasn't one clean dish left. He was hungry enough to eat out of anything, so he ate out of the soap dish from the bathroom. It was too dirty for him to use again the next night, so he used one of his ashtrays. I haven't seen an ashtray in years. Look at that. He's eating out of a soap dish. Hey, there are no dirty dishes in his bathroom. Just noticed that. None in his tub, none in his bathroom sink. There's the soap dish, though. Let's find out. Oh, it's getting worse and worse. Look at this. Pretty soon, he had used up all the ashtrays. Then he ate out of some clean flower pots he found down in the cellar. When they were all used up, he ate out of candy dishes and drank water from vases. Okay, this is getting out of control. Look at that. He's drinking water out of a flower vase. And look at all the empty pots. Oh my goodness. I say, look, he threw the flowers on the floor so he could drink the water out of the water vase. Oh my goodness. Think he's ever going to figure out how to solve this problem? Look at that. He's not looking too happy. What do you think he should do to solve this problem? It's getting kind of dangerous. Look, his cabinets are empty. See? Finally, he used up everything, even the pots he cooked his food in, and he didn't know what to do. He was so unhappy. His whole house was full of dirty dishes and dirty flower pots and dirty ashtrays and dirty candy dishes and dirty pots and a dirty soap dish. He couldn't find his books or his alarm clock or even his bed anymore. He couldn't sit down to think because even his chairs were filled with dishes, and he couldn't find the sink so he could wash them. Oh, I think we've come to the part where he may have to find a solution to his problem. Ready? But then, all of a sudden, it began to rain. What do you think he's going to do? Looks like he has an idea to solve his problem. The cat looks pretty excited about it. And the man got an idea. We were right. Look at that. We knew by the look on his face, he had an idea. He drove his big truck to the side of the house and piled all the dishes on it, and all the vases, and all the flower pots, and all the ashtrays, and all the candy dishes, and the soap dish, and drove the truck out into the rain. That certainly was not what I was thinking. Look at that old-fashioned raincoat and hat. Well, he sure is. Look at that. He carried them all. Even the cat gets to go on this adventure. Look, his truck is full. We can tell how old this book is, too, because that truck is very old-fashioned. Think it's going to work? Let's find out. Then the man carried... Oh, wait, did I skip something? Oh, I did skip something. The rain fell on everything, and soon all the dishes were clean again. The rain had washed them. That was not what I had in mind when I was thinking of a solution to his problem. The rain washed them. Then the man carried everything back into the house. He put the dishes in the dish closet, and the pots in the pot closet. Do you have a pot closet? And the ashtrays on the tables, and the candy dishes on the shelves, and the flower pots in the cellars, the vases in their places, and the soap dish in the bathroom. He was so very, very tired after carrying everything back and putting it away. He decided from then on he would always wash his dishes just as soon as he had finished his supper. Look how nice and neat his stuff is now. Look at that. He looks pretty happy with it. Flowers are back in the flower vase. The next night, when he came home, he cooked his supper. And when he had finished eating it, he washed the dishes and put them right away. And he did this every night after that. The man is very happy now. He can find his chairs, he can find his alarm clock, and he can find his bed. It is easy for him to get into his house, too, because there are no more dishes piled on the floor or anywhere. Look at that. He's all comfy cozy in his chair, relaxing. Cat's relaxed, not all worried. There's not even a the end, but we know a good story always ends with the end. Look at that. 70 years and the book staples are still there. Looking a little rough, though. What do you think? The man who didn't wash his dishes had a problem and found a solution. Not the solution I was thinking of, but a solution nonetheless. Every good story has one, a problem and a solution.